All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We're going to do three on this one. We'll look at ONDS, RDW, and UMAC, all right? And really a beautiful, beautiful day across all three of them, all right? ONDS, monster candle, and really it is all about this 1049 line, all right? Clearly we are over it, but you can see we got over it, couldn't confirm, got over it, couldn't confirm, tried. Like, this is a very difficult line. Today was a good candle based on some good real news, so hopefully a nice mix of fundamental and technicals will actually help us. I mean, look at this thing, right? 1, 2, 3, almost 4 months battling this single line, right? So it won't be easy, but I think the news and the headlines make it real solid here, all right? RDW, look, this is really, really nice. That's a lovely candle over all the moving averages. I actually would have called this confirmation. We got over the biggest one to the left. It could have maybe been a little bit bigger, but I did like this candle, all right? Not the best after, but hey, we never lose the 8 moving average, and then boom, 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 use that powerful line like the good support that it is right there, right? So UMAC, I wanted to see what this is doing after hours. So this, oh, interesting. So they have earnings happening as I'm speaking right now. The initial headlines I'm seeing actually look really good. I'm seeing that they beat earnings per share. They actually gained 21 cents per share versus a consensus of 14 cents. So that's actually, they beat it by more than 50%, right? From there, it does look like revenue was also, sales was up. I don't know if it was revenue or not. But their sales numbers were high. It looks like revenue was missed. So it looks like maybe their operating cost was a little higher. Again, you know me, I'm not here to talk about earnings and fundamentals. We're here to see what happens after and use the technicals accordingly. But interesting to see it drop that much, especially, you hear me say it all the time. If you can beat earnings per share, I assume you're going to have really good earnings reaction. And so far, not the case yet. But again, regular hours will matter the most, all right? What's happening in the market? Another beautiful day on QQQ, right? And I mean, we see it. We go really high. We then come back to the 8 moving average and then bounce like a champion, right? I love this line for so many reasons. It is a very tough line when it's not your friend. And then it's the best thing in the world when it is, right? So as QQQ keeps pushing, as we see SPY, as we still see SPY keep pushing, our focus has to remain on tech. And again, across all three of these are very much tech heavy right here, all right? So really, really excited to talk about all these. They are looking very solid right now. So before we do go any further, though, and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. Excuse me, a little hiccup. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can, please subscribe to this channel. Share this video online. Comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do helps so much with these YouTube algorithms. But for real, just being here, giving me your time, oh, I'm so grateful for it, all right? So let's start with ONDS. And look, I you know I normally start up here, but I gotta zoom out, and I wanna talk about volume. All right, so it wasn't that long ago where ONDS made an incredibly crazy run. All right, and really during the run, you can see it. Volume just kept growing, and it basically peaked right here at 220.6 million shares on this single day. Today, we had more than the peak of this 130 to 11 run. All right, so to me, that is arguably the most important thing on this chart right now. Listen, you hear me say it all the time. Volume is king, right? For the ladies watching this, volume is queen, all right? And it's really hard to do things without the right amount of volume. And to have the most ever, right? Let me just zoom out real quick. The stock did not exist on this day. I'm going to just draw a quick line. There is no volume higher than today, right? Nothing. I'm going to even go a little bit below the line today, right? And there's nothing. So today was the biggest volume ever. And again, I think to me, the fact that it was higher than any point of this 11x run makes this a very, very important day. So what happened today, it's really two parts. First was earnings. It sounded like earnings were really good. I think the bigger part was a Palantir partnership. All right, listen, Palantir is $100+ stock. It's 133. It's not a beautiful chart right now, but again, that's not the point of this. It's ONDS, right? This is an $11 stock. When you can get when a smaller stock gets connected to a bigger stock, amazing things really do happen. And look, there's a lot of opinions about Palantir. Most of them really aren't good opinions about Palantir. End of the day, we're here to put our emotions, our personal beliefs, etc. on the side, and we're here to trade. And connecting this to ONDS connecting to Palantir, all it makes me really think is we're going to go green, 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 red, 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 nothing, nothing, nothing to a real nice green, green, green to this 1440 if I had to guess, all right? So before we start having $14 dreams, we have to talk about the difficulty of this basic $11 line, right? It's 1094, excuse me, on the to the penny, but we're basically battling 11. And hey, today was a good day. We're obviously closed over it. We're still holding over it after hours. I get that we're over it, but we are not here for a single day. We're not here to get excited over a single volume pop. We're not here to get excited over a single double digit. I don't care how nice the double digit is, right? We need continuation. We need sustainability, and it all starts with confirmation, all right? This was a good candle over the line, but when you're going to break multiple moving averages, that's not going to be enough. That's not confirmation. You can see we go back under. That's a good candle. All of a sudden, we're right back under it, right? That's a really nice candle, but then unfortunately, doji, 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 none of that counts. Another good candle, but then again, right back under, right? We need that back-to-back confirmation, and honestly, it needs to happen tomorrow. Okay, that said, look, this can fall all the way down to $10.65 and actually still be very, very bullish. It's basically 50% of today. It's almost perfectly 50% of that. It actually looks like it's almost perfectly 50% of that right there, right? So 1060, 1065. It can go that low and still be bullish, all right? But what I really want to happen is this. We need to get over 1170. I'm clicking at 1167 right now. And hey, you can see it. We wicked that today. We did test it today, right? So not bad. If we break 1170, all right, I'm going to firmly believe that we've broken this 3-month difficult resistance. And all of a sudden, we're going to start going to 1277 and 1440 relatively quickly. Because again, green, 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 red, 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 and that same months of nothing, right? As we zoom out, there is also not a lot of history in these channels right here, right? There was a nice little brief IPO pop, and then we never got back there. And then obviously this little 1 month up and down that I've been talking about a bunch, right? So this is a really fast 1-2 channel right there, right? This is simply a very, very difficult line. And I'm going to say it one more time. Break that 1170, 1180, something like that, and this should do really, really good things, all right? Look, we barely see it, but it's there. I got green over red on the MACD. I got green over red on the RSI. You know I want that to be in unison. Not quite positive with the MACD, but give me one more good candle, and it looks like we'll get there, right? I very much love this RSI. Again, I need confirmation, right? I need one more good candle, but 54 is such a low and healthy number. We have so much room to go up, up, up before we ring the first alarm bell at 80, right? That's making me also think green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 coming quick, right? So, and then I started with, and I love this volume to say the least, right? Where are we on the weekly? Look, it's been a tight weekly. It's been a tight weekly for arguably the entirety of the year, right? This is a nice candle. That is a good RSI right there. That's still a very healthy RSI. And hey, MACD is actually still positive here. We just need that green over red. And another week next week, oh, that'll make it happen. ONDS, it feels like this could be a good point right here, all right? One more time, if it comes to 1060, I'm still bullish. As we slip into the 1040 range, that's when I'll start to get a little concerned, all right? But Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. Let's come into RDW. I don't know if I'm going to say, no, I might give this its own, you know what, I might combine this a little bit with UMAC. Let me do that real quick. So the main difference between UMAC and RDW is UMAC has earnings going on right now. All right. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like the market's loving it. But from the headlines I'm reading, UMAC actually does have some decent earnings going on right now. So we'll see what regular hours does to this. RDW is one I am really liking. All right. Look how far back I gotta zoom out. Since July basically of last year, right? August we truly lost it. But nothing for almost a full year. All right. If we get over 1466 on RDW, it should fly to this 1760. All right. Maybe something around like 1625, 1630, maybe that'll slow it down. But I don't see a hard enough. I don't see. I think that's going to be a very good channel right there. Beautiful MACD, beautiful RSI, both very nice green over red, no question about it. Look, 71's a little higher than the 50 that we saw in ONDS, but 71 has a lot of room to go all the way to 80, okay? And I know, okay, it's been a bit since it's happened, but RSI got as high as 87 roughly end of last year, right? So it's been a while since we've been that high. Keep that in mind. I will say keep that in mind a little bit, but yeah, I'm really liking this. And again, I kind of started with it in the opening thoughts, but that's a good candle over all the moving averages. Though it's not giant, I liked this candle right here. We did get over the biggest candle to the left right here, right? Random little dojis, but really all it did was come back to the 8 moving average, use that thing like the monster support that it is, and yeah, break 1466 and we should head up quickly. If this comes down to like 1310, I'm still okay. I don't want it to come down to 1310, obviously, but it is still actually bullish if it comes down to 1310. Very last thing, I'm just going to zoom out real quick. Look, today was the second best volume day ever, okay? And I think there's a real nice, like, it doesn't, like, if you compare it to yesterday, you can make the argument that it's a little pump and dumpy, but that's a good sustained volume during that, right? This one isn't so much. That sustained volume is right here. We just went a little extra higher that day, right? So far, I think that's a very reasonable line right there. There's no like crazy outlier, So I do like RDW, and really, I liked UMAC. I did. And hey, maybe the after hours improving just a little bit. I can't tell. Look, I try not to focus on after hours much, right? Regular hours matters more, and tomorrow's open is going to matter the most, all right? But this is a beautiful setup. This has tried to escape that 50 moving average line for the last month, all right? And we now are starting to see a good little takeoff. I really do like the fact that UMAC is moving up as we're seeing ONDS and RDW go up, right? There is something to sector strength, right? And these moving in unison is a nice thing. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Let's start moving that after. Look, I'm telling you, I saw really good earnings headlines. They beat earnings per share. They actually made more sales than expected. It looks like they missed revenue, which is a little. No, it looks like I'm getting another conflicting update that's saying earnings per share actually misses, but revenue beat. Interesting. As the company gets a little bit smaller, and I say that with no offense, of course, but like as the companies get smaller, sometimes the information comes out poorly. And again, I'm just reading headlines. Literally, I see one from Bazinga that says they beat earnings per share. I see one from Seeking Alpha that says they missed earnings per share. So a little annoying when that happens. Again, whatever. We'll see what the truth says tomorrow open, right? But this is great this is great technicals. I have to stress that earnings don't really care, right? If the market hated the earnings, this would quickly turn around and go from the beautifulness that I'm getting excited about to basically nothing, right? So I think it's still important to see what it looks like. And I think my most educated thought, that's a little high up. I think I'd use this. Let me zoom out and just see where that looks like. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this line right here. And I'll set an alert actually. Get me over 1741 and I think it's a very reasonable consider for entry. All right, get me over that 1741, and I'll start to think that we did confirm this candle. I'll start to think that they actually did like the earnings, and again, I'm already saying I do like the technicals going right now. Right, what does the weekly look like here? Yeah, look, this is tight. Right, it's been trying and trying and trying and trying. Hopefully this is the one that does it. I think earnings will very much dictate it. I don't know if I looked at RDW weekly. Oh man, it's a beautiful weekly. Yeah, I'm telling you, I like RDW. I do. This is nice. This feels healthy. Feels like a fresher escape, and really, we're not too far away from all-time highs as well, right? So there's a little bit of a trend line that I see real quick too. Just kind of looking at it like that, it looks like it's kind of taking off from that. There's a lot to like on RDW right here. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. I'm going to also say real quick, if you see stronger information about UMAC's earnings, please throw it in the comments. I'll be looking for those as well. And if I see anything, I'll do the same. So, hey, have a great one, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.